Hey everyone, welcome back to Fandom Frontline. Today I'll be diving into one of the funniest, most delightfully absurd episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds yet. Season 3, Episode 8, Four and a Half Vulcans. This episode takes the classic Star Trek idea of mixing identity and culture clashes and flips it into full-on comedy. And honestly, it works beautifully. The premise is pure Trek. Pike, Uhura, Chapel, and La'an need to blend in with a pre-warp society, so they're literally transformed into Vulcans. But of course, this means Spock, who has spent his whole life wrestling with being half human, is suddenly the least Vulcan person in the room. And that, my friends, is where the comedy gold begins. You've got Pike channeling his inner neat freak, Uhura negotiating her way through possibly the most awkward date in Star Trek history, Chapel treating the whole thing like a science experiment, and La'an? Well, La'an goes full Romulan warlord. It's ridiculous, but it also tells us something real about who these characters are. And then there's Patton Oswalt. His guest turn as Doug, yes, a Vulcan named Doug, might be one of the funniest Trek performances ever. He's cool, logical, brilliant, and also apparently Una's ex. Watching Rebecca Romijn's usually composed number one panic and stumble her way through fake stories about being married to Spock, complete with imaginary children, comedy gold. What I loved most here is that the episode doesn't just do slapstick. It uses comedy to dig deeper into character. La'an's Romulan slip-up ties into her struggle with aggression and control. Chapel's cold detachment reminds Spock, and us, that what makes some relationships work is the messiness. And for Spock, being half human isn't a weakness, it's the very thing that makes him extraordinary. This episode proves that comedy isn't filler. In fact, it's one of Star Trek's most powerful tools. By exaggerating these characters into perfect Vulcans, the show reminds us why imperfection matters. As Spock is ultimately reminded that he doesn't need to measure up to some impossible standard of Vulcan purity. His humanity is not a flaw, it's his strength. It's a lesson we already know he'll need to continue reminding himself of for years to come. That climactic scene where La'an and Spock connect in her mindscape reframes the whole thing. Beneath all the silliness, there's a profound point. Being imperfect is what makes connection possible. So where does Four and a Half Vulcans rank in the grand scheme of Strange New Worlds? Honestly, it's yet another favorite of mine this season. It's hilarious, heartfelt, and quintessentially Trek. Sometimes to remind us why these stories matter, you don't need a galaxy-ending threat. You just need four Vulcan crewmates and one very confused Spock. So what did you think of the episode? Was Doug one of the best guest stars in Star Trek history, or am I overselling it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews. Until next time, live long and embrace the silly.